Good morning, Flosstube friends. It's Monday, January 22nd, and I'm happy to report that we have sunshine today in Texas. A little bit warmer temperatures, all very welcome. I want to try to do a Monday morning update at the suggestion of one of my daughters to put up a very short video one day each week to remind you of where progress is and just catch up a little bit. So I have a few things spread out on the table in front of me and I'd love to share. The first thing I want to show you is a new start that is a first in several ways. I've never done a full coverage piece, and because I wanted to participate in the Jane Austen stitch along, and I've never done a stitch along before either, I chose classic book spines. I'm going to show you the picture on my tablet. This is on Etsy. Purple Stitching is the name of the seller on Etsy. And two of these book spines are Jane Austen titles. So I had purchased this several years ago and decided to pull it out for the Jane Austen stitch along. Then I ordered pre-gridded fabric, waited and waited for it to come. It was on back order. When it finally arrived, I discovered that it was the wrong size. It would not be big enough for the design. So instead of reordering the pre-gridded and waiting for it to come, I went to my Michaels with my coupon and just purchased a large piece of 14 count Aida. I'm not gridding it yet. I'm a little afraid to use those gridding pens, and I'm not even sure if I have the patience to grid with a thread. My dog is whining. I'm so sorry. But this is my start, tiny though it be. I don't know if you can see that. This is the purple book up in the left corner. And I literally just pulled this out. Roxy, hush. Just pulled this out this weekend to try. It will be a large piece. I'm going to show you that quickly. And I'm allowing about 2-inch borders. So this may be a lifetime achievement project. But I have to say it's fun to stitch on 14 count again. Very easy to see. And I am trying a little bit of the cross country, I guess you'd call it. I have no idea how to park or if I'll begin to do that. But my plan is to do the first book here, but edge over into the second book so that I don't have lines, the column lines. Now, in relation to this project is one of my Christmas gifts, and I have not shown it to you yet because I had not set it up. It is still not complete, but you've heard of the Paco thread organizers. This is the needle organizer. And hopefully I can put a lot of the symbols from classic book spines in the little card, on the little card. This pulls out, so each needle can be labeled with a symbol, and you just pull that needle out and stitch with that color. I'm so intrigued. Hopefully I'll give you an update on how this works. As I said, have not set it up yet, but it sits very nicely on a surface where you're stitching. I think it's an awesome invention. Now, I have seen on a video that if you have cats in your house, these are not good tools because I am afraid cats are known to go for yarn, string, thread, and have been known to swallow those needles. So if you have cats, please ignore this comment and don't buy one of these. So in the kit, you get all the cards for many projects. These can be reordered. So I'm thinking, okay, let's see if we can make this work for a full coverage piece. The next thing I want to show you is a little bit of my progress on Roslyn Chapel. And you remember the last time we looked at this, there was a little bit of border done, but not much. So I would say I'm 1/3 of the way through with the border. And I had hoped for this to be a January finish, but since I jumped onto classic book spines, I don't know. But as I was looking at this morning, I wish this lighting were better. And as you can see, I'm back to my phone camera, not my high quality one, because my technical advisors are not here today. But these colors are so lovely. And I never pick earth tones to stitch. Now I see that I should at times, just enjoying these so much. Trees, biblical symbols, just the greens and the browns chosen for this kit are simply lovely. So this will be continued and finished as soon as possible. Rosalind Chapel from Scotland. Now, I said that I would pull out old whips as the first part of the year went along. And I found this one this weekend, and now I feel like the worst Nana on the planet. This is the beginning of Angelina Ballerina for my dear granddaughter. And you see, this is not that far from a finish. The only part of this design is just Angelina dancing. If you're familiar with the Little Mouse Ballerina, you'll know who this is. And I had chosen to do this on an even weave. We were going to make a pillow for Sarah's door or her wall. So we'll add this to the list of whips and hopefully get this finished very soon. At least maybe before her birthday. That would be a good goal. So Angelina Ballerina, small piece. Again, loving the colors, the blends of the pinks and grays. And then the one I've done the most progress on, and this surprises me so much. My interest had not been focused on this piece, and I thought after the holidays I was going to pull out my blue delf, because so many of you agree with me that that piece is going to be delightful to have hanging. But for some reason, I needed or wanted to work on this beautiful, beautiful linen, which I had splurged on at my local needlework shop. And so I have pulled out Coffee Quaker, and I have made a good bit of progress. Let me see if I can hold this up. Finished the little bird this weekend and began this little motif here. I had finished the one here last week and this little flower last week. So we have the edge on this side, the edge all across here. And once this motif is finished here, that will be the edge on this side. I did share my blue conversion on my Instagram account in a comment to a dear stitchy friend. And I will do my best to have that written down for the next video so that I can share if anyone is interested. I've never done a conversion before, so new to me. But it's been fun to see it develop on this gorgeous linen. I wish I had kept the information as to what color this linen is. I think it is one of my favorites. So again, Coffee Quaker. I would love to show you this as a finish. That would make me so happy. And the fun thing about it is that I am working on this piece in my sit-down wooden hoop, and I am getting faster at two-handed stitching. So, new favorite tool that had gone into the ignore bin, and I have to tell you the secret to why I was ignoring it and why I'm loving it now. I mentioned to my husband that I could not get the tension tight enough on this and asked him if he would give it a twist. And I feel very silly, people, but would you look if you can see at the end of the screw that goes into the hardware here, there is a line. I don't know if you can see that. Yes, you can, I think. For a screwdriver, for goodness sake. So he got his little screwdriver and twisted it enough to make a tight tension. It made all the difference. All I'm having to do is put a little bit of felt over any part of the design to keep it from smushing those stitches, but it gives you a little more tightness of your tension, and off I go. So maybe that's why I've made progress on this, but I am so thrilled and had never noticed the little line there to make that happen, because I could not get this to do anything tight. So there we are, 2 minds, great minds, right? You know I'm on a stitch from Stash. I think this purchase was made before I committed to Stitch for Stash. Yes, it was, because we ordered this when our friends went with us to the Stitch Niche in Arlington. And I did go pick this up this weekend. It had come in and we wanted to get our charts because my friend ordered one as well. So one more new one, guys. Country Cottage Needleworks, the needlework shop. Now, what stitcher who loves stitching houses could not love this piece? The colors, the design, the fact that it is not a huge commitment. So we've added this in. Oh my goodness. The thing that's so fun when I look at this picture is to see the little pin cushion, the little spool of thread, and then the stitching frame. And of course, I don't have a scroll frame, but one day maybe. And look at that. It's just the precious detail. I hope you can see that. Such fun. Just a reminder, our stitch giveaway will be this Saturday. Please go ahead and enter with a comment of your favorite trip if you have not done that. Invite your friends to subscribe and join in the giveaway. Last comments will be accepted up until the end of the day, Friday, and then drawing on Saturday morning. Can hardly wait to share some fun with you dear people. And I believe that is all I have for today, right under 13 minutes. I'm hoping this can be an every Monday morning short update. We'll see what happens. Sending love to all of you. Get in as much stitching as you can and come back to see me Saturday for the drawing. Have a great week. Bye-bye.